Hello everyone, Darren here, and welcome back to Anno 1800. Now, in the last episode, I was working on supplying my investors with everything they need, and that work continues today. Now, while they have almost everything, we still need to arrange a fresh production line of cigars, only the finest, and then penny farthings as well. So without any further delay, let's just get into it. So, basically, I've got investors on 2 islands in the entire game. This is actually an important one. We'll check on that in just a sec. The Island of Swords, obviously my main capital island here, and then the Island of Crown Farm. So we have some investors out here. Don't really know why I ever built them out here. It could just be engineers, really, but we're sticking to it. This is the way it is. It's the way it's going to be. Also, for those curious who saw some comments, this place is getting gas now, albeit a very small amount. They're literally just about to run out, but I've been keeping an eye on it. They should get deliveries just fine, and it should start to stockpile soon enough. We can actually see it on the top bar up here. Okay, so those are the 2 islands that have investors. Let's see what they need. So we went through it at the end of the last episodes. We were checking on the spectacles, the coffee, the light bulbs, champagne, chocolate, and steam carriages. Everything seems to be in the statistics screen a higher production than it is a consumption. So it's just a matter of getting it to them. So in between episodes, I just reconfigured the chocolate trade route just to make sure that they're getting what they need. So that seems all good now as well. One thing that we're just not supplying is cigars. So definitely don't have enough production, so we're going to focus on that. Now for the happiness category, we're also lacking in penny farthings, and I think jewelry as well. Haven't actually checked on gramophones, but I think we've got more than enough. So those are the main target, and once that's done, we're pretty much done with investors, and we can move on then to engineers, and it should only go faster from then on out. So the sun rises over swords today. Let's check the item that we've just collected over in the Research Institute. So I'll be looking at the items that could affect cigars between episodes, and this is the guy that we just got. I've queued up another one. It's Salvador the Stalwart. Now, interestingly, when I saw this in the statistics screen, I realized that it must have been a new addition to the game because I had to research it in the field of research before I could actually get it, and there is actually 1 item left for us to identify. So let's just have a look. Alright, so it's Constable Chaos. Instead of police equipment, the building processes advanced weapons for affecting police quarters. That's kind of cool, because we do get advanced weapons as a byproduct. I should be actually supplying police equipment, the fire equipment, the medicine, globally now, just by sending a ship around to all the different places that have these things. So we should see that. Anyway, we've identified all the items yet again. There was about 10 in between episodes that I didn't show. I didn't actually even check them all. I just wanted to make sure we have them all so that when I do look things up, we'll find them. Right, so Salvador, let's check him out. So when it comes to cigar factories, but also chocolate, coffee roasting, and all New World chemical plants, which I'm sure that's the main reason it was added, is he has a productivity boost of 100%, but he increases the workforce by 25%, but he relies on artistas, not the obreros or perhaps the jornaleros or whatever. So you're actually substituting out the workforce for a higher tier, but we've got loads of that higher tier, so we can put them to good use, and he produces extra goods for whatever he's working on, which would be cigars. So I think having that item now should be good. We're going to have to wait a little while before we can get this one. I can maybe just bump just a little smidge to speed that one up. So we're going to get the Lovely Man's Grinding Machine, which is what we actually had in the previous episode as well, when we affected the paper mill down in Embesa. So where was it? It was somewhere over here, right? Oh, is it not here yet? The grinding stone. Oh, I can vaguely remember what I was doing last time I was here. There it is. Oh, nice. Alright, cool. We can pop that in. Whoa, that's weird. My camera just was trailing off to the left. It wasn't pressing anything. So here we are. Let's get that grinding stone in. Affects cigar factory, flour mill, teff mill, and paper. Bonk. Alright, so the paper mill is going to be 40% extra productivity and a further reduction of workforce by 50%. We also then had this one in, Wahenur, the paper mill pro, taking in wood instead of taking in Wanza timber instead of wood, my bad. And then obviously here as well, just productivity 45%. So pretty good. Pretty good amount of boosting productivity and stuff. And that paper is more than we need globally now. Yeah, so 18 over 11. And as long as these things are being taken away and delivered, it should be fine. There's 1 additional trade route here doing paper that I thought I'd just catch people up on. Basically this one, we had delivered it to Cape Trelawney, where I wanted to boost artisans for a while, but I've also now delivered it to the Old World, where we have 3 islands with artisans. So the island of Rush, Swords, and Malahide. I checked their rates. It seems like Swords has almost 3 times as much as Malahide, and Russia's twice as much as Malahide, so it seems like dividing it that way should be fine. The consumption rate's really, really low as well. It's like 1 ton per minute, so basically one ship delivering these should be more than enough. Right, I've hit you with a lot of information there. Let's just focus up, though. Investors, cigars. Oh my god, it's amazing! The game's final update is out. We now have stamps and all sorts of beautiful things. Sorry, the music. Something actually I do want to do is do this new exhibition, I should say, the anniversary. No idea what it takes to actually run it. I haven't looked into it at all. I never read these patch notes. Today the game updated and I was like, oh, cool, new update. And I guess the stamps is like the big new thing where you can... Effectively, for those who don't know, I think a stamp is just like copying pasting like a particular area. So we get the stamp tool. Let's say we wanted to copy, I don't know, this layout specifically. We can do that, get rid of this, call it vines or whatever, and change its icon. Are you able to change its icon? Oh, you right click it, there you go. Yep, so you can change its icon. Doesn't seem to be that many icons though, strangely. I guess they're kind of just groups of things. And then, yeah, you can just save it, you can share it with people, and then they can just deploy it whenever they want. It's like their own personal hotbar of different things that they can do. So, that's a terrible example of doing it, because it had all the modules of the farm. But you get the idea. If you have a little street that you've kind of done out, or this area, for instance, could be a stamp, and someone could just put this in their game if they wanted to. If I shared it with them. Which I will never do. No, I don't know, I might make some stamps and share them with people. I've got no problem doing that. But yeah, that would be a good one to have. So it's just like... Boom. We could call this the, I don't know, fairground attraction. Something like that. Leave that then here. So now if we were to hop over to, for instance, Cape Trelawney, and let's just say we did some other things, we looked into our stamp tools and we went, boom, I'd like to have the fairground attraction right here. And there it is, 20 grand. That's what it's going to set you back. And all my hard work is just done for you. How nice is that? Is this actually part of the problem? Have I left it that way? Because this should definitely be like that. Although maybe not. Anyway, I'm getting totally bogged down. But it's cool. Cool update. Appreciate it a lot. Not actually sure what else is in it. I haven't looked at the patch notes yet. Maybe before the next one I will. Alright, so... Finally, back to tobacco. I'm going to turn the music down again. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like it's getting louder every time I play the game. It's like a little troll some developers doing. Every patch, they just increase the volume in the back end. Alright, anyway, here we are in Manola. So, in order to get coffee up and running, we'll have to deliver those items over, actually. And I do have an item transfer depot here. So maybe I'll get to doing that first. Although the grindstone's not done yet, so perhaps... I guess we'll wait for that to be done. That would make more sense. So, 13 minutes. We'll ship over the 2 items at the same time. Alright, so let's go into statistics, which has a nice new sound now when you open up the thing. Cigars, all islands, we are producing just about 8 tons per minute, but consuming a hefty 16. If we have a look at production tab, we can see we're making all of our cigars in one place. That is the island of Manola. So, let's quickly have a look for the base ingredient, which is tobacco. And New World. So Guadalmina de Puerto Banús tobacco. So we're picking up tobacco at Guadalmina, this small island. What am I looking at here? There we go. It was on the wrong session. So this small island down here is where we're taking things from, bringing it to Manola. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and we're throwing it overboard just to keep the production running. Right. I am going to keep that route. That route is fine. And we will continue to do cigar production up here. But we're probably not going to have enough room for the amount of tobacco that we're going to need. That's my concern. So if we go to agricultural products, and I won't go all islands, let's just check just the New World, I guess. Alright, so we are at 18 tons produced and 8 consumed. So it looks like it's 1-to-1 actually with the... Yeah, that's interesting. It seems to be 1-to-1 with the buildings that are going to consume it. That's actually pretty good for us. Because if we can bring it up to 18 then, we'll have enough cigars for everybody. Let me just check cigars one last time. Yeah, it was 16, so it'll be 18 over 16. Alright, so production in the New World for tobacco, we get a little byproduct out of the orchards at Marbella. Twice, so that's good. So Marbella and Guadalmina are the 2 places we need to be picking up that. Alright, cool. This is actually kind of done for me. I was planning on actually going to this island and setting up tobacco here. Or people have mentioned, why don't I just change the fertility somewhere and do it somewhere else? So I was perfectly ready to do that, but if we're already producing it, then let's just go collect it. So 18 tons per minute. We can hold 300. Our ship has to go from here, then presumably to here, and then up to here. So let's just add on Marbella. Shift that up one. Not unload. We want to load, please. Yeah. Alright, don't be throwing anything over. At Guadalmini you were going to throw it over, I see. I mean, I don't know if you need to keep things running, but if that's the case, then sure, discard it if you can't drop it off. There's only one place that this has to go, so I've got no real problem with that. Alrighty, so that's good enough for me. So that should be tobacco actually sorted. That means then that we have this 10,000 Artista workforce right now, which, by the way, we should run a Grand Stadium event. I'm lacking influence yet again. What do we need? We need some ice cream. We've got it. Mezcal, we're out. Furs, we've got enough. And gramophones, we're out. So it's going to be mezcal production and gramophones. Let's sort out the gramophones first, because it's in the old world. Wrong place. There we go. Gramophones, I think we have tons of them down here, so if I just get a free ship, maybe this one. Yep, I can't remember how much we needed, but I'll just bring, I don't know, 150. And I doubt you've got mezcal here in operation. No, you don't. Okay. So let's just fly you out to the New World, to Manola. Should be there in no time. Okay. Back to Manola. We'll focus on getting the mezcal up and running and see why it's not. I think, if I recall correctly, it is being produced. It's probably just being over-consumed right now until we fix it. Just looking. There it is. Yeah. So we've got our two little buildings there, starved of some ingredient. So the buildings are in place. They've got no herbs. Now, is the herb thing running? Let's see. Oh, no, it's not. The ship was destroyed. Well, there you go. That's the problem. There's your problem. Alright, we'll look for ships in the New Worlds. Yeah, this one, why not? We'll get rid of that one. And there we go. Herbs are now flowing again, which means mezcal should be flowing again. But just to make sure it goes to the stadium, we'll just block it from being consumed by the Artistas. And then I think we have to check the Obreros. If I recall correctly, lifestyle. Someone else consumes it somewhere. I'm not too sure. I guess not. Maybe it's the... I doubt it, but maybe. Oh, okay. Well, it should be fine then. So people are rioting. I don't believe it. I can't find it. I'm pressing ruins. Obviously, ruins doesn't tell you where it is, but let's see. Oh, it's on the island of Manola as well, actually. Riots. Why would that be happening? No, not enough happiness things. So who's working here? Well, you're actually completely expendable, I must admit, because all you do is make planks. But I mean, if everyone who made planks rioted, then I would be in trouble, unless I use docklands, I guess. Alright, so can we put down a police station maybe and just chill these guys out until we fix their happiness later down the line? Yes, please. Okay. Alright, problem solved. Okay, back to the cigars. So we have two buildings. They're using wood veneers. So some of the other items I was planning on using... There's an item, I'll just show you all the items, hopefully you don't mind me being in this screen for a moment. So one of them was Victor Perfecto.
A renowned personage has arrived.
Hey, this guy affects Mezcal Bar, Yalea Kitchen, Perfume Mixer, Apiary, Indigo Farm, and so much others. Instead of herbs, minerals, and coconut oil, the building processes hibiscus petals, indigo dye, and beeswax. That's a very interesting item. Or guy. Right, so Victor Perfecto, this one here, affects Cigar Factory. Instead of its usual workforce, it employs Jornaleros. Now, I don't know what happens if you combine him with the other one we just looked at, which actually changes it to Artistas. I don't know which one takes precedence, but either way, we're probably going to use the Artista one, but he was just one I was looking at. Then we're going to go with the grinding machine thing that we had a look at, and then the other one that we could probably make use of is Torcedor Lucia. So 40% productivity. Instead of veneers, you process timber. Perfect. Ah, so suddenly the guys that are riding actually do matter, because they make timber. So all the timber, it's because this is just wood, right? And they make the timber planks, yeah. Alright, cool. So we're going to be using that timber in these places. So we have to just play with the idea that, you know, this is going to have a trade union somewhere. And we'll probably move this somewhere else, but it's going to get its electricity. And then it's going to need, if that's 8, we said that we needed something like 16, right? Or, yeah, 16 is the amount we need. Technically, we only need 2 more then. But with productivity boosts, we might need even less. Let's just do this for now and see what we end up with. We're going to really be waiting on those items. So, industries like this that are just plopped down, kind of, I do say temporary a lot, I know. It's just until we get the logistics sorted, and then once the amounts are good, then I can start to lay out the buildings in a nice place and know how much space I'm going to have available by the end of it all. This is sort of reserved space for further farming and farm industry. But I don't know what I'm going to need just yet, so for now it's just going to have to stay blank, and for now this is going to have to just look the way it does. Let's lock that to 11 AM, just for the rest of the episode. Alright, so some of these items we have here in the New World already. I actually had them on ships. There they are. Oh, right, they're right outside here. Yeah, they came from Puerto Banús. So just bring them over here. We have Torcedor Lucia, and then we have Victor Perfecto, Cigar Daddy. And while we're waiting for things to come together here, we can actually play with the penny farthings as well, because I've been looking at what they need. Alright, Torcedor. I'm probably butchering that name, by the way. And you can get in there too, even though we don't need you. Alright, she's in. So, no more wood veneers, instead it's just timber. Now, I don't know if we need wood veneers for anything else. Probably something, but it's an intermediate, isn't it? We're producing 23 and consuming 25 globally. It's still being made on Manola, but 2 of the buildings are paused. Oh, sorry, Marbella. It says Marbella. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm not too sure what we really need these for. This is my one issue with this. I've always said it is, you get to see easily where your buildings come from, but I never get to see what's using it. I'd love to know. I guess I see why it's a bit awkward, but just everything that consumes wood veneers would be nice to also just be able to see that. Okay, if we hop out here. Yeah, I just can't remember. It's been so long. You know, there's so many goods in the game now. It's just so hard for me to gauge what's used where and why. Yeah, so gramophones use it. Strike is ended. Huzzah. Okay, I think the items are probably done now, are they? 3 minutes to go. Okay. We'll just wait for that then. I'll leave the buildings as is, and then when we get to dealing with wood veneers themselves, we can decide whether or not we need the extra production on the island, or if we want to bring it in from somewhere else. So you're going to use the grinding machine thing, and then we're going to use artistas as a workforce instead. What are we currently using? Obreros. Yeah, we're a bit low, just a little bit. Alright, I'm just looking at my list of things to do. Ah, there's a problem with my grapes delivery. So Cape to the Old World actually never goes to the Cape. It's a bit of a mistake. It's going to Lusk at the moment. That's because it's where it used to drop off grapes for champagne, but now it needs to go to Crown Farms. So that was a mistake I must have made before, so that should be correct now. Cool, and that one's just whatever. We'll get rid of that in the future. But that's one ship delivering a batch of grapes. Now, if I just have a look really quickly at what kind of consumption rate are we dealing with? We are producing enough, and yeah, so if we click that, Marbella is actually making grapes, and so is Skerries and Swords. So Skerries is a grape producing island. Swords, I didn't know actually produces any grapes. It must be, oh yeah, from the vineyards that are there around the palace, of course. Okay, well, we could do a couple things then. So grapes, there's only one route doing grapes right now, and that's just not going to be enough. So we'll have to make a New World collection, or just a New World transport. We're in the New World right now, and it said Marbella, and we just want to send this to the Old World. Yeah, I guess send it to Lusk. Okay, sorry. Let's go like that. Grapes go in there. And this is going to be New World to Old World. The reason I'm pausing is just because, well, I'll explain it in just 1 second. So we'll just call this grapes export. Okay, so we're taking grapes out of the New World. So that's fine. I'll read that in a second. This does need to go, actually. Yeah, I got it. This needs to go from Lusk. So you're going to pick up your stuff here. And you're going to go to Crown Farm, so we'll get rid of that one. Cape to the Old World, so it's an import for them. And then we're going to need a trade route doing grapes to Lusk. So we're going to pick it up here at Swords. We're going to pick it up at Scaries and then drop it at Lusk. So it's a bit confusing, but I'll explain why that's happening this way in a sec. This can be a regular ship if we have one. The Cadburys. That's grape delivery, and that's just going to stay in the Old World. So what's happening is basically the island that produces it, Scaries, also an island that produces it, Swords, they're getting collected and dropped off here at Lusk. Lusk is our big port island, right? So Lusk is then going to ship it to Cape Trelawney and also receive it from the New World. So that's what's happening there. Just a bit of a cleanup, but it makes sense. So this one, I'm just going to get rid of this because I don't really remember what it was for or why it's like that, but this is our new situation with grapes. Okay, good. Good. So that should be enough time has passed now so that we can transfer the item that's over here. He's just done. Perfect timing. So, item transfer depot. So it's down here now. And we're going to be looking for cigar factory items. That's strange. So what is it? It's called like the lovely... There it is. So that's transferring over the grindstone thing. Salvador Stalwart. There he is. He can go as well. So both of these are going to transfer over to the New World. We can go collect them when they're ready and stick them in here. Then we can kind of see what we're dealing with and set up some fresh trade routes for delivering cigars to where they need to go. And it's going to be kind of a similar situation that we just made. Actually, don't even remember where I necessarily built the... Oh, there it is. Airship platform. Alright, so the grindstone is just about done. I'll just speed up time a bit. Great. Alright, just like that. We've got Salvador, and we've got our grindstone. So, we've just used... Artista workforce for the first time, and now we're also getting another 40% productivity and reducing that workforce anyway by 50%, so great. So let's have a look at how much cigars we're making now with the boost. Oh my god, 41 tons per minute. It's far too much. How the hell did we do that? That's crazy. Jeez. Items are too powerful, man. 40% plus 40% plus 100%. Oh, I see. Huh. It worked too well. Because we do not have enough tobacco for that. Should we just deal with it anyway? And then maybe we could trade away cigars. I like the idea of trading in the Docklands like fine goods. Like we trade gold and jewelry and things like that. I think cigars kind of make sense to add to that pile. Like I could easily just be like, oh, we'll just delete this building, delete that one, be done with it. But I don't know, it's more fun, I think, to work out how can we actually feed this with what it needs. So let's try that. So the demand for tobacco has obviously gone through the roof now. So let's just type in tobacco. Yeah, so we need 40 a minute, and we're producing 23, and some of it's actually being produced, weirdly, at Tabarim. Must be as a byproduct. Surely that can even stay there, because I think they need it for certain things. God, yeah, it's messy. It's all over the place. So the only place with an actual tobacco plantation is Guadalmina. Everywhere else is getting their tobacco through... Oh, I know what's going on. It must be an... Is it a festival? Occasionally produces extra clay, tobacco, wood, spectacles, cotton, and glass. Thank Mbesa that I worked that one out. The amount of times I look at statistics and this thing throws me off. But we just looked at it early in the episode and we saw that that didn't happen, right? So I finally caught one ahead of time. So, of course, the only two islands where I truly produce tobacco is the island of Marbella as a byproduct and this island here where we can actually see the 4 tobacco plantations we have. There's 2 there. Sorry, there's 1 there and then there's several up along here. Okay, got it. Got it.
It's out of my hands.
Now, interestingly, these guys have their silo dealing fertilizer. Oh, I didn't look at the newspaper. Damn it. Oh, that's gonna suck. I hate that one, man, because needs consumption throws off my whole statistics. That sucks. But it's okay, I vaguely know what to work with here. Okay, so fertilizer is going to be needed on another island. So let's make tobacco on this island as well. It's already here. I don't have to change any fertilities, and we have some workforce capable of doing it. Albeit, though, not much. Yeah, very little, actually, considering. It's because of the orchards that we have. Would it be better to have more of these just out here? I think it might be. So let's have a look at coconut oil. New World Rising imports. We're just taking it away from that island, the coconut oil. Not even sure exactly what it's for just yet. It'll probably be for another thing, but I'm going to get rid of it. If it's on an island already, we don't need it on this one. Not as badly, anyway. Especially one that's more intense like that. I think there's new items and stuff for orchards, so we could probably, you know, work that out to be a bit better in future. Alright, let's get rid of some of these things that we just shouldn't really need anymore either. So we're up to 185 extra workers again. I can re-bulldoze this place and just see... Well, actually, if that's going to be our orchid... Oh yeah, I remember this now. I was in the process of like rotating all these modules because it's so annoying that they're not all the same way. But yeah, this will probably be more orchid space right there. But we've got this whole peninsula here, a lot of oil stuff. Maybe we'll work on... It's an interesting shaped island for sure. Alright, I'm just thinking maybe here. Seems relatively fair game. Let's just do some casual deforestation and we can leave the clay deposit there, no big deal. Alright, so the difficulty with this, I suppose, is the delivery of fuel. That's where it gets slightly interesting, I guess. See how far out does that go. Goes the whole way. And if we made it stone, it would go really far. It could definitely be placed further in, I think, is the real objective, right? If that's the kind of reach it has. Yeah. Alright, let's stick it somewhere like here. We'll make this a paved road. Alright, so we have delivery down there. That's no problem. And we've got delivery to there. Pretty close. Probably close enough, right? Because then we can just move the modules and stuff. I think maybe slightly just move it over if we can.
An explosion in one of your factories.
Yeah, it's actually still got all the range. I mean, I guess we should really throttle this until it doesn't have that range anymore. And this could be a paved road the whole way. Wow, it's still... Okay, I guess that's it. Yeah, we'll move it to there. That's pretty central to the whole island. I mean, really central will be somewhere like right around here. So let's see what we can do with in terms of a road that just goes in and goes around. Alright, so we're kind of aligned with the center now, and if we just bring our railway all the way up and in, we're active again. Let's just check on some of these issues we just had. So there's been a fire and explosion in the hacienda, and that's really all we can see for now. Wow, the money situation. It'll be fine. Alright, cool. So, back out here. So the goal is to get absolutely... I mean, already fertilizer is delivered to this place and fuel. So we're set up for farms. We just need to now actually build some nice big tobacco plantations. So, let's have a look. Cigars, please. There we are. Tobacco plantation. If you really wanted to, I suppose you could even boost this with something like a trade union, but I think that's a bit overkill at the moment. Let's do this. And a tractor barn. Okay, maybe do that and that. Just curious, how did I do it for these ones?
Better doing this by
I have a little cut through that goes into the barns. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
The fire has been vanquished.
Alright, let's grab you, rotate you around. That doesn't even need to touch the building anymore, does it? I guess it can go there. Yeah, looks good. Okay, cool. Alright, let's just start with a warehouse. Anywhere here. And this can go further in, actually. I should really push it.
The more the merrier.
Yeah, we're totally good then. Let's just go all the way in towards that site. Alright, that's simply just one. And then we have 288 modules. That seems really high. Is that true for the amounts that we have? So if we have a look at one that's already been done, it is. So you have your fertilizer. I don't know why it's not lit up. Maybe it's a graphical bug because it lights up for a second and then goes away. But yeah, fertilizer and used tractors and base productivity. It's still 288. Wow. Okay. It's pretty big. But it's only 5 jornaleros. Maybe I was a bit quick to delete all the orchards and everything. But whatever. Okay, let's do this. And just cover all that as much as we can. And that's it, really. 284. Tell you what, just make it kind of even. This way. Alright, we'll just copy this. Paste it right there. Now, what are we missing? We need those steam motors. There is 260 up here, so we'll just grab some for the building of this. So let's go construction materials, steam motors. Give me 100. Nice. All right. Just to have a look again on this island, we're making 4. So globally, tobacco. Now I know that we're getting some from here. I'm just trying to work out. I guess okay. To be not lazy, let's just do New World only. Consumption is 30 in the New World only. Production is 18. Production on Guadalmina with our 4 plantations is 13. Okay. So I probably need about 6 then, I think, in total. But we can just module this out before it even gets its stuff, because we know how much it's going to need, so that's totally fine. There's a gold mine there, is it? Oh no, it's a mineral deposit. That might actually be needed, so... I mean, probably not. Probably won't be needed, I guess. Let's go to 288, so that's 290 right there. Okay, what are we at? 282, 83, 84, 85, 6, 7, and 8. That should be that. Alright, let's try this one more time then. I can just paste this one in somewhere here. Right, so it's... Yeah, I was thinking this. It doesn't have free modules to get out, but it does now. And that is... Oh my god. Just trying to get to 288 again. So we're on 285. 7, 8. Okay, cool. So this one needs 288. So let's just fill in that gap. This road comes out just slightly too far. So we can bring that in that way. Get rid of this. And that should be pretty much it. So 3 on this side, 3 on the other side. I think would be a good amount to have. Oh, I don't think I even needed to hold shift. It seems to know the kind of value that we can get to. Alright, what do we have? That's 323. It's obviously a bit more than we need, but it's fine. At least it keeps us even to that area. Alright, so, has that ship arrived yet?
Cargo stations.
I told it to notify me. I didn't hear the ding. Did you? Let me know if you did. Then I'll know if I'm crazy. Alright, let's see what we're doing now. So on this island, we're up to 6 per minute so far, but once these guys get their oil and their fertilizer properly. So the fertilizer is actually here, because it's already on the island. The fuel hasn't yet arrived, so that's okay. Alright, I'm just going to be very lazy. Let's just copy this, rotate it around, and slam it in on the other side. Now I'll cut all the modules because we'll work with them fresh. Nice. Alright. Let's just make sure we use all this space that's on the peninsula. To be really dirty about it, let's do it this way. So that way we really just use what is right in front of us. And this doesn't need it to be needed. Right, what are we at? 271 out of 278, yeah? Or 288. So there we go, 288, boom. So this one's gonna sneak along then, along the side, and we'll just snake it along there, and then just work on this peninsula pretty much. So that's 284, yeah, looking good. Alright, and that's 288. And then this last one, we'll leave some of the coastline free, so maybe we could start about there. That doesn't need to come over nearly as much, but something like that. And this is going to be very busy, this one. And maybe just for safety, not a bad idea to have a little fire station, just in case. And a little police station, maybe to remind people who's boss. Maybe I can make that look like a little community area at some point as well. Okay, almost done. This is all facing the wrong way, though. Everything else is facing the right way. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that, but there's got to be a way. Let's try it again. Maybe if I came down straight. Doesn't look like it. There we go. I just pressed the full stop key, so I rotated it, and it worked. I'd say something like that. It leaves me some modules to get rid of when I'm building this area out to look a little bit nicer. Alright, cool. There we go. So this leaves dock space, because I was thinking maybe pearls or something else, although I think there's a recipe to get rid of pearls completely. So we'll probably use that. Is this facing the wrong way again, by the way? It is. How the hell did I do that? I could rotate the building, but not the farm. Oh my god. Well, forget it. I'll do it myself at some point then. But anyway, there we go. So that's 6 more. So what are we on to now? 18. Alright. So tobacco. 41 over 40. Now that's because we're also producing a little extra. So maybe I need one more. What do you think? One more? Have the workforce for it. There's no harm in it. Alright, I'll do one more. And as far as I know, I have the fertilizer and all that for all of this. Shouldn't be a problem. So what are we lacking? We're out of wood and construction material. So.
Wouldn't it be?
Alright, let's make a delivery of construction material. Let's put on the notification bell. I was going to say metal. Alrighty, almost done, almost done. So we can still put out the farm modules. Oh, interesting. While we're waiting. We're at 192. It's 258. I don't know why it does that when holding shift. 289. So we can just bring it up to here and say that we did it. So you're okay still, right? 275. So you can cut into that a bit then. That should be it there. That gets you to 288. So what you're lacking? You're lacking some wood. You've got some steel, bricks and stuff like that. It's okay. Big boy, Big Berth is almost here. Towering crest. Alright, nice. Let's see what we got now. You're missing 4 modules. Oh, wow. How many do you have? 288? 283. Oh, crap. How the hell did we let that happen? 88, 84. This one's also a little short. This is 93, so that one's still okay. Alright, that's 84, that's 88. So basically we need to chop away 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And give it to its buddy. Need to turn off blueprint mode. Okay, so that should be it, right? 288, 288, 283, and then we have 284. Okay, let's just give them a bit more on this side. And then the last one here, 279. Okay, we can bring this down then. Let's just bring it all the way. And if we really want to make it even, we can just give it even a little bit extra, and that way they're both lined up at the same place. So this one is actually taking quite a bit more than it really needs. I wonder, could I maybe just rotate that police station? God, I'm losing my mind, into here. And that's still over the amount it needs, and this one is still over the amount it needs, but we can just kind of gate the place now a bit better.
You've left the whole thing a ruddy jump.
Alright, that was a bit long and arduous, but it's done. So I can try to dress it up with some walls and things to make this place look better when I do the island overhaul towards the end. Because after I get all the logistics in place, I do island overhauls, just time lapses on everything, making everything look as good as I can. There we go, we're maxed up. Alright, so what do we got now? 21. Now if we take a look at all of... I guess it's so annoying that this festival is running right now. I wonder, is it almost over? It said like 20 minutes or something. It's got to be over soon, if not already. It's got 8 minutes left. Right, I'm just going to speed up time until the festival is over, then I can gauge my numbers correctly, because this place consumes tobacco as well, so I need to have it on in the statistics to see where we're at globally with it. But something we can work on now is the trade routes and all of that, right? So we still know that what we've hooked up is correct. We're doing pretty good, right? There's an extra place for tobacco to be picked up now, so let's just go tobacco. In the new world, this is our collection route as it currently stands. We're going to have to add on this place to it as well and shift that up. So that'll actually be the first place we probably pick up from. Yep. And then load good like this. And it's definitely going to need another ship, if not 2 more, to be honest, because it's 40 tons per minute. So it's quite a lot. Is there any new world ships that we could grab? Yeah, there's 2. So let's get that one. And this one. So there's 3. Alright, so we'll just call this then tobacco delivery, right? Or collection, really. Well, whatever, it's fine. It comes into Manola, so I guess it's a delivery for them. Alright, good. So that's tobacco sorted out, right? All the islands are now picking it up, dropping it off here. But we need to take it out of here. So New World to Old World. We have 2 ships doing a hybrid kind of approach here. Yeah, actually, I'm not too sure about that just yet. I'll have to leave that, because ultimately we do actually want to feed this much in so we can bring in cigars, not just send out the tobacco.
Come join us.
Wow, we are flying with tobacco, or cigars now, though. It's pretty crazy. So let's have a look. Globally, all islands, cigars. We're making 41. All being made here on Manola. 41 tons per minute. We're only consuming 16. So some of this is definitely going to go to Docklands. But we'll send it to Lusk, our capital port. I'll just check again really quickly for cigars to see if I have an existing route for it. No, I did, but I cleared it at the beginning of the episode. So we're going to go from Manola to the Old World Lusk. Load up on cigars. Whoops. There you go. And yeah, assign, I don't know, 3 reefers or something. Well, 2 maybe, it should be enough. And we'll call that cigar export, because it's going from the New World to the Old World. Alright, so 2 ships now have the orders to go pick up. So that's 600 at a time. And they're reefing. which is great because, you know, they're going from here straight out to an old out of the session, and then coming in straight away into basically coming right from here and then just docking right away. So because this is so close to the edge of the map, it's really handy that way. Now we're suffering, we're lacking things. I think bread shortages and other things are a problem right now. Oh my god, they've run out of so much stuff. They'll be fine. We'll get it all in the end. Do you have your paper though? That's the important thing. How do you not have your paper? What's going on? You telling me you did not deliver paper here, or was it just simply not enough? It mustn't have been enough, because it has delivered it to the other islands, actually. Swords has no paper. Rush has 150. And Malahide, weirdly, doesn't have any. That's really strange to me.
I hope I'm not too caught up to remember to eat once in a while.
Picking it up from Tabarim. Tabarim somehow is still going, even though we completely severed its economy before. Oh, they're kind of low on Wanza timber. Yeah, I don't think I ever actually added that up. Let's just see. Do they have enough Wanza timber? No. Oh, there's your problem. Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, let's just temporarily just add a few in here. Keep them happy. Keep the paper flowing. That's weird. They're just so out of it right now that we can't even make another warehouse. Oh, we can. Well, there we go. All right, that should be enough, I think. Once it gets grown, we won't be able to tell until it's done. Should help anyway. Not that it's a big deal. I just was wondering if I've done a route, it should be kind of set and done now for a while. Yeah, so worker, I think again it's a bread shortage that's going on right now. I guess soap is also just run out, so fair enough. Rum, penny farthings, yeah, that'll be an interesting thing. So penny farthings is actually the next thing to do for me. So I basically make penny farthings here. And if we have a look at consumer goods and we type in maybe penny farthings, we make, or we consume 45 and we make 26. And we make 2 of them on Crown Farms, but they're paused, and the rest are all on Lusk. Some of them are from byproducts of the gramophone factory, the light bulb factory, but you know, a few of them are just being made in-house, as it were, right here. So what we're going to do is, this island, or this area was reserved using some of the scaffolding. The buildings are going up. We can say that time has now successfully passed, and we're going to build these ourselves. I think we can fit one more in. Let's try. Boom, there you go. The factory grows.
We are missing all the elements to produce.
Right, so they're going to be consuming caoutchouc, which I think we've already set up delivery for. Is it enough though? 70, yeah, it seems low. It is low. Caoutchouc comes from where we just built it in the New World. So what we could do, again dealing with farms, we've got room for more. This is our caoutchouc plantation. This one's actually doubled in size compared to what it needs to be. It is tempting to do something like this. Just drag this out, connect that up, cut this one away maybe. So our little fuel carriers have a bit of a longer run. So that's at 96 out of 96. This does not need to be as much as it is. It's 91 now. Alright. Okay, so grab you, and we'll just make you again. Are you okay to be down here? I think so. You're still in range of the hacienda. Yeah. $72. This inside space isn't actually going to be even needed. That's 96. Let's just get rid of this bit. And just fill this gap in, I guess. Okay, so that's 96 again. That's 90 out of 96, so we just have to improve this one. And just add another one there. Alright, cool. So still some space to maybe do something with. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Crap. What did I... Oh, I didn't even deliver the... Oh my god. The gramophones. Oh, it's going to be a terrible one. I totally forgot about it. Wow, I can't believe they got up as high as they did. Okay, well, fair enough. I'll take it. Damn, I didn't deliver mezcal. Oh, we did deliver the mezcal. I just never dropped off the gramophones. That's all it was. Yeah, I guess it's sort of like one problem solved. But yeah, we can let them consume the mezcal now. Pour some more, indeed. What do you got for that mezcal? How much are you on now? 220, so we're obviously making enough. Great. Alrighty. And they've got lots of cigars. They should be happy about that. This thing might be dealing with too many fuel stations now. I don't know how many are on this. I'll have to count them up. But there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can quickly have a look down here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 is the limit, as far as I know. So that's done for this. We would need another one if we wanted to start adding on more. You could actually just have another one right next to it as well on the same like line. I think it would actually just work that way, but I guess we'll bear that in mind, but leave it for a while. So what I'll probably do just in between episodes is I'm going to shrink this in 1 or 2 lanes until this is like perfectly encapsulated. So basically if I was just to push this all back, I don't know the exact number, that's why it's a bit finicky, about to there or something, and then we build the road along here again, that would probably make use of all this extra space. So we can balance the space to look a little nicer also. And yeah, let's pave the road all the way up to the warehouse. There we go. Looks a bit more natural now. Nice. That's going to be a busy warehouse, though, so we'll definitely need another one in. There's 2 up there, but, you know, it's always good to have more. Okay, I must admit, a little lost in the head about what I was doing. So we were building tobacco waiting for the festival to end. That's why time is playing. Yes. Okay, so tobacco now should be a true number with no more festivals. So now we are hopefully producing just in the New World. Yes, we are. Great. So, as a New World producer, we are producing 44 tons per minute and consuming
Your people
32
are starting to get sick.
out of a possible 38. I'm not sure what that means. Something's not... Well, anyway, it doesn't really matter. So, clay collectors are producing tobacco. Oh, this is still a festival's going on out here. Sorry, so that's, again, a little bit of a not true number. So we could take that island off, actually. I forgot why it was called Clay Supplier, but that's the name of the island. There we go. So that's a probably more accurate number then. So let's have a look now. Tobacco. So 41 over, yeah, 38. Either way, we should be fine. It just need to make sure that they're producing. So we can actually check which ones aren't. It's the ones on Marbella, not being collected properly. The orchards are full, therefore not spinning, therefore not making the byproduct, which is tobacco. So that's fair enough. That's why we gotta keep those places flowing. All those ships have been destroyed, so it's gonna take a while before we get there. But knowing we're making enough is half the battle. Alrighty then. So tobacco. It goes. Yeah, we make cigars with it. Sorry, cigars. And we have 2 ships loaded with cigars, both heading off right now. So they're here. There's one. There's the other. So it's 600 cigars going to the old world. They're going to come into this settlement first, and then we have to figure out where they go from there. So we'll create a route, trade route, Lusk to swords. You know what I have to do first? Because I got to check everyone that consumes it. So we'll just work our way from the top down. So obviously investors, yes. Engineers... In happiness? No. In lifestyle? No. Okay. I feel like artisans, they might like that kind of thing. Nope. So they're good. Scholars?
The halls and accommodations are nothing special.
No.
Your people
Okay,
are
is it really
miserable.
just investors? Oh, come off it. No one's miserable. Stop being so dramatic, you old man. I could have sworn there must be someone that consumes it as a lifestyle. It must be in one of the other sessions then. So that's cigars there. So it's just investors from what I can tell. Unless, crazily, the workers, which I can't imagine they're going to be having. They have the clay pipes actually. It's close, but not the same thing. And then of course down here.
Whatever you do, Master, keep doing it.
Thank you. Thanks for the words of confidence, the vote of confidence. So this is out. We're out of wood, are we again? You just go get some. We'll go get some of this wood really quickly and fix this place up. They're low on temperature as well. Oh my god, this whole place is cold. Are they out of coal? Oh, can't even begin to think of that issue right now. Just throw that overboard, man. Nobody needs it. Right, I'm just going to pick up some of the wood, deliver it to the gas, just make sure the gas is still flowing, and then we'll go back. Is it this island? Yep. Yeah, that's strange to me because I thought they've got 221 coal in reserve. What do they have? 0, yeah. So something's obviously up with coal. Now we bring in coal. Specialty coal. 5 ships are doing it. They do arrive here. 1 ship has just arrived actually now. So they just got it now. Maybe it needs another ship then. Because we do produce enough. So just a delivery issue. Right, just waiting on the ship to get here. We'll drop off the wood. I really want to get the penny farthings done before we wrap this episode up. I was thinking now with the extra influence, what I could also do is if I really needed more gas, we can very easily get some by just building another Arctic. So we've got 1 Arctic Lodge here affecting 2 gas nodes. We can get another one there, we can get another one here. And just put the same items in. So they should be fine.
Most praiseworthy.
We've also got too many houses here.
Friends.
Because they've got some of their lifestyle now. The mezcal and the motors. We've got so many more that we can reduce the amount of houses altogether, like by half, if we really wanted to. So that's something we could think about. All right, so let's start sending out the cigars. So, oh yeah, we're in the process of looking to see who actually consumes it. So I know that in the New World, obviously, we consume it as well, right? So let's see what classes consume it. So we'll start with the base tier.
We survive.
Lifestyle, so they don't have cigars and they don't have it in their needs or happiness. So then we have obreros. Lifestyle, they don't have it, but in happiness they do. So that's going to be obreros. Anywhere we have obreros are going to need it, and then of course the artistas need it just as part of their happiness also. All right, and then the last 2 then would be in the Arctic. Does anyone consume it? Nope, they don't have cigars up here. And then in Besa,
Eggs. It's wonderful.
there's an egg shortage, man, where I'm from. I can't get over that, man. Am I crazy? I'll just have to check in between episodes to be really thorough, but I really thought more people consume cigars. Is it? It's just investors, artistas, and obreros at the happiness tiers? Fair enough, man. Okay. Weird to me, anyway, but easier. Makes things a lot easier. All right, let's just schedule it up then. So trade routes. So we're going to go from Lusk up to Swords, pick up our cigars, and that'll be that. Just 1 ship is all we need if it's just going to be doing for 1 tier like that. 3, we need 1 more. And yeah, they have their 1200s just arrived. So just get a regular old normal cargo ship here. The little sister. Cigar delivery. Cigar delivery. Yep, that's fine. And just keep it in the old world. So then we're going to need another one that takes it to Cape Trelawney. Delivers it into Crown Farms. This could be one of these. Cigar imports, and we'll just say Cape to Old World. Alright, that's all the investors sorted out. And then for the New World, it's pretty straightforward. If it's just artistas and obreras, we have obreras here and here. Those are the only two islands that actually have them. Oh, actually, we've got a
This
tiny little
place is
batch
full
here,
of
rather
spirit.
annoyingly. But they haven't unlocked it, actually, so they're okay. Have these guys unlocked it? I would assume so. Yes. Alright, so very simply then, one ship can just deliver this stuff back out. So here to... I think it's here. Marbella and Puerto Banús. That's the only place that actually needs cigars. So you guys load up with cigars. And then unload and unload. And that's that. You're done. Anyone can do this. Stay in the New World and we'll just call it cigar delivery. Alrighty, so if we get rid of this really quickly, close these, and we have a look just now at New World, see how we're doing. Yeah, so these are all the different routes. So a lot more single routes. So cigar delivery, there it is. You know, we're pulling in tobacco with 3 ships hitting multiple places as well, like this. Tobacco delivery. Tortilla delivery, man, that's gone. Sugar import and sugar collection. They're doing the same thing, man. Same thing. One is 3 ships, one is 1. It's not an import if it's just on one route, so I'm gonna be weird and just delete this one. Alright. Oh my god, so much trade route. Faffery. But, yeah, that should be pretty good.
I can teach you how it works.
I mean, ultimately, I think I did pretty well. Getting the cigars going, the tobacco is now rolling. Collecting tobacco like crazy. These should be operating just fine. Slow time back down now a bit. They're happy, 400%. We're seeing big numbers, you know, 400% on that. And then out here, I'm seeing 380%. So looking good. And we're not over. We actually have some tobacco left over as well, which is good. So we can send it to whoever else needs it also. All right, cool. What else? Then it was the penny farthings is the last thing. So we've increased penny farthing production by building out this area right here.
Manufacturing.
Yeah, I'll face the chimney stacks in. That's how they have all their roads going in. So these guys are super busy. We've increased caoutchouc deliveries, but we haven't actually added another ship to it. So caoutchouc delivery, New World to Old World. I think this might need 2 ships now because the volume has increased significantly. So we'll put on another one, the Snapping Turtle. It's nice when things are just scaling. We can all we have to do is just add 1 or 2 things. I feel bad about deleting all the cool ornaments I had there. The whole building site's been like caved in. But I guess that's the natural thing for progress. Full output storage. Yeah, so we're fully full on gold. Something I was thinking of delivering in was gold ore. In fact, we need to. Yes, because the other things we need to work on are jewelry. So, for instance, pocket watches are totally fine. Penny farthings now. Let's have a look globally at penny farthings. We didn't even look at that. Oh my god, 46 to 45. Love it. And 2 of these buildings are offline. Well, that's enough then, isn't it? I mean, it's barely enough, but it technically is. 46 over 45, 1 ton extra per minute. Sounds good to me. So I don't really want to get worried about that. The one on Crown Farms is actually offline, and then we've got the gramophone factories and the light bulb factories giving byproducts. So Crown Farms, these 2 are offline. Yeah, so here's what I'm going to do. See you later. This place we have Goldsmith Gilbert. Affects jewelers. Attractiveness 5. Instead of gold, the building processes gold ore.
I don't have all I need for my canvas.
Now we don't have pearls, and gold ore is a problem. So let's have a look at gold ore. So we consume 44 and we produce 1, which is just a negligible amount that we produce. It's in the Arctic. So the reason we even need to do this at all is not for pocket watches, but for jewelry. And at the moment we consume 27, but we're almost close to producing 21 if we could just turn these buildings on. We've got 1 building in Lusk that's doing it, this one. Let's just get rid of it. Go away. Unfortunately, with the distance of this... Oh, actually, I could move this up one and we could stick another thing in here. Make even more gold, potentially. Oh, it's not enough. Maybe... Can't shift it to the left, I remember that. It needs to be where it is. We could move it up again. Wow, really? I mean, there's tons of space down here. I'm not blind, but I just thought maybe we could get another one in a row. Let's just get rid of it. I'll think about that in the future. Just leave it for now. Alright. All I ever do with gold, by the way, I don't use it anywhere. The idea is that it's a commodity. So some people ask me about efficiencies and stuff in this game. Why do you use reefers to go between sessions and stuff? For instance, if you just have a ship with 2 items on it, it typically goes faster. It's just for the fun of it. I have fun doing these things. I don't know about other people, but I know people like to optimize and stuff. But I just have fun. Like, they clearly designed the reefer to move fast between sessions. So it's like, cool. I'm going to use it that way. Like, I'll try to, like, actually implement it where I use reefers between sessions. Because, I don't know, I'm a design purist, I guess. I like the idea of, like, how they've designed it. So I'm just going to try and, like, play to that strength. Even though I'm fully aware it might not be optimal. And then here, it's like, oh, you know, there's items that are more valuable than gold you could be trading and building as your top tier production. But it's cool. I always said it's just kind of cool, isn't it? I think so. So, just for funsies is the answer to that one. But, you know, I'm not trying to push millions of population. I'm barely hanging on to my 120k. What was I going to do, though? Crap. So it was penny farthings. Penny farthings is sorted out, but we need to actually deliver it properly. So if you just have a look, penny farthings. We are just straight up delivering it to 1 island right now, which is fine, I guess. But we do need them on multiple islands, so we'll have to sort out trade routes that deliver this in other places. Do not be throwing those overboard, by the way. Don't know who told you to do that, but that's crazy. I guess you want these buildings to be operating all the time, so I guess there's a reason for that, but because you need to keep the pocket watches and the gramophones flowing. I do see the reason for that. But we'll wait until... We'll add more onto that and then put a discard at the end, not at the beginning. Okay, so... The very last... I mean, things are looking really good then. So we ultimately need to send penny farthings out to Crown Farms, and then... It's jewelry. So to get more jewelry... We have one of the items we need, but another item that I thought was awesome. You'll notice that we have no pearls. That was one other reason that the building in here is not working, right? These are offline right now because there's no pearls. So it's like, oh, what do we do? Well, you could go make pearls, or you could call it in through Docklands, or there's an item that gets rid of them. And it's called Francois. Something. Is it this one? Yes. Francois Strindberg, Crown Jeweler. Productivity 50%, extra goods, pocket watches, even produces extra pocket watches. Removes input, the building produces goods without input of pearls. Now, do we have him anywhere? Apparently not, so we'll have to go get him. Oh yeah, I want to get a Great Eastern, but I don't have 100,000 tech points. And to get 100,000, I'm going to need a bunch of more scholars. Oh, which is something I might try and do. But I think actually just delivering all the lifestyle scholars, it might get me up to the number I need. Maybe. That'd be the ideal. Alright, anyways. So what we're looking for is Francois Strindberg. There he is.
No land that produces such marvelous and ingenious mentors as our engineers can.
So it's going to take me a while. 47 minutes. Jesus. Alright. We'll get him. And once we pop him in here... Then this place, it just removes the input of pearls. I mean, that seems insane. Does it not even, does it not need something else? Extra goods, pocket watches, removes the input of pearls. So we're, and then if we, I don't know if it's possible, but if we can combine that guy with this guy, Goldsmith Gilbert, instead of gold, it processes gold ore. That means that we'll make jewelry out of just gold ore. That seems insane. And then if you added another one, you could even reduce the workforce to have barely anyone in here. That seems crazy. Because jewelry is pretty valuable. You know, you can sell it on the market, on the Docklands for a good amount. So we'll have to wait to see the result of that, but that's the plan. And, you know, the plan is to stick in a few more of these buildings. Hey, I just realized something, by the way. I've never seen this before, ever. There is a version number of this game now on the bottom right of my screen. It's really hard to see, but if I just zoom in against the cliffs here, somewhere dark. 1701222998 or something? I don't know if I like that. I've never noticed it, to be fair, and it does go away with the UI. Strange. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so the plan is maybe get rid of stuff that's not used here anymore, right? The work clothes, things that aren't affected. But we're affecting clockmakers, jewelers, spectacle factory. Clockmaker seems like a crazy one because we don't need it, I don't think. Turn that off and turn that off. Pocket watches. Look at this. We already make enough, and that's what the building turned off. And that guy's going to give us extra pocket watches. So we don't even need to be making pocket watches.
Tubes await some
That whole industry can go. We're saving on brass and glass. Problems I had before. So excellent. We're optimizing all over the place. And then I can get rid of maybe these things or move them somewhere else. People said this place is turned into crown factories, which is pretty funny because it is a giant factory floor. But you know, we still have the old grain village off on the cliffs, and then we have lots of room for different factories. The chemical factories admittedly are spilling into the agricultural reserved space, but there's still lots of room for all these farms that I plan on having should we ever need to have additional farms out in the old world. This is where they're going to be. And of course our pigs and stuff like that. They're actually out of grain, interestingly, so we might need to move some of these ones and continue the grain like along that peninsula or that like little cliff top thing. So yeah. Alright, I'm gonna have to leave it there. It looks like, based on what we've done, you know, I've written it down as I was going, that we have to deliver penny farthings out here, but they should now have their cigars. Oh, their power has just died as well. Yeah, kind of saw that coming, especially while the gas was offline for so long.
Fundamentally average.
But yeah, they've got their cigars now, so that's good. And then they have cigars in their lifestyle, is it? I can't even remember. Doesn't really matter. Yep, cigars, done. And then the New World should have all their cigars too. So it's a bit of a long time just to get cigars rolling, and then I guess penny farthings, but things should only get easier as we work down the chains now. Next up will be engineers. And then from there, we'll go down to artisans and artistas or something like that. Probably the top tier residents in the New World, and start, like, you know, figuring out what everyone needs. It would be good to figure out the weird specialty things next, actually. Probably things like tourists and scholars, I think would be a good idea. And we have to get back over to Mbesa. A lot of goods have run out because of broken trade lines. We're actually producing a lot, but broken trade lines are breaking a lot down right now. Oh yeah, the Arctic reports. That's going to be really cool also. Okay, right. I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the video. Consider liking it if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and if you want to support even further, consider becoming a channel member. Channel members get early access to my videos, ad-free, and also access to my Discord, where we've just set up a new Valheim and Satisfactory server for people to play on. Hopefully we can grow a community and add more games and perks in the future. Either way, I appreciate people just watching this far into the video. Thank you.